To me, it means building on what's going to make people want to strive for success. Focusing on what's strong, not wrong, and not focusing on what they're already worried about themselves.
Just the right to be who you are and have that never be wrong. And that's why the program is so good, is because it helps youth especially find that within themselves and each other. So just saves lives in a small way, I guess.
The thing about stereotypes is just people look at me, okay, tats, piercings, when I'm truly just walking to the gym. It's no good. It doesn't feel good for anyone, right? It's, like I said, it is what it is. It happens, right? It's just a matter of turning the other cheek and being strong about it.
I do think there's a stereotype against teenagers, and I think they're in general thought to be uneducated idiots that make really bad choices. And you know what? They're just trying to make it through. Like, they're just trying to get through to the other end. And some of them do and some of them don't.
A bunch of years ago, my daughter actually got involved with a friend and got arrested for shoplifting. And that was actually my first exposure to the organization. Was when she went for sentencing, there was this alternative sentencing process, and sure, that beats having a criminal record. Let's get her into that process and see where it goes. And she took that sentencing and has turned her life around and done wonderful things since.
Well, from a student's perspective, what it is an opportunity. An opportunity to be with people who are supportive and in an environment that is uplifting.
It created this wave of emotion and like physical help that I felt made a big impact, right?
The future looks pretty darn good. These kids are amazing. And just realize how strong they are and how powerful they can be. It's phenomenal to see.
There's nothing worse to see your own child going down that slippery slope. It's like trying to hold sand in your own hand, right? It just goes through your fingers and suddenly something clicked, and I think it was the program. It's almost talking about two different people. I thought he had no future. I thought he will end up in jail.
The impact has been through family, through values, through schooling. Like, I go to university now, like, I would have never seen myself, like, even graduating if it was the same time 2 years ago. It's crazy.
There was different kinds of abuse, a lot of substance abuse in our household. After the program, I'm like, no, you know what? I'm gonna do what I wanna do because that makes me happy. And you know, that makes life worth living. I learned a lot about myself. I was very, very shy. I didn't tell anybody about where I'd come from, my past, my family. It was very private. It allowed me to learn that I do have interesting things about myself, that I do impact people, and that my words do mean something to people, and that they do help people. Just like hearing things like "you're a great mother" is really, really rewarding.
Carliana kind of got chewed up and spit out in junior high. Once she got into high school, she didn't have a lot of security or stability.
I mean, before I did the program, I probably didn't really expect myself to have much of a future. I used drugs a lot and just wasn't a happy person.
She got involved and here I go. I really believe it saved her. It gave her light back, and it gave her a really strong sense of self, and knowing that it doesn't matter what life throws at you, you're gonna make it through, even though you go through really, really tough times.
I finally made a plan for my future. Like, I set goals for myself, which would be going to college and pursuing the makeup thing. And people say I'm a leader. Well, then I'm gonna do my best to be like a positive one, you know? There's been lots of impact. Some's like hard to talk about, but I don't know, like, can't talk right now. No, it's just like, I think about like all the shit I like let go. It's just crazy how far like I've.
For me, a big thing is about preventative measures, right? How can you prevent scenarios from happening? This program, to me, prevents things that people often look down upon in society. Like, if you start at the beginning, before they go down that treacherous road, you'll be able to avoid all of the sadness that unfortunately is surrounding us, whether we know it or not. And it's just a really good idea to spread the word so that the right people hear it, the people who need it.